You know, every single day in India, countless interactions happen between the police and the public. And so many of them play out in this gray area of uncertainty. But what if a pretty simple piece of tech could bring some real clarity, some real accountability to every single one of those encounters? Well, today, we're going to dig into the powerful case for police body cameras.
Let's start here. Day in and day out, police officers are under some incredible pressure. I mean, they do some of the most difficult work you can imagine. They really are the backbone of our law and order system.
But, and it's a big but, despite all that, there's this question that just hangs in the air. We see it in the news, we hear it in conversations. Why does it feel like the allegations never, ever stop?
And we're not talking about small things. We're talking about really serious, recurring accusations that honestly just chip away at public trust. Accusations of brutality, of corruption, of misusing power. So you have to wonder, is this just a few bad apples, or is there something deeper going on in the system itself?
To really get to the bottom of this, we need to zoom in on that critical moment when things go wrong, because this is where the real problem starts, in what you could call an evidence blind spot. So the fundamental problem in almost every single one of these cases is a crisis of proof. It becomes that classic he said, she said situation, right? An officer's word against a citizen's word, with absolutely no objective, neutral evidence to tell us what really happened. And look, this isn't just a theory. Take this case from Kerala back in 2023. A senior police officer was accused of assaulting a pregnant woman inside the police station. Now, the CCTV footage that could have cleared everything up was only released much, much later. By then, the damage to trust was already done. It really makes you think, if that video had never come out, how would anyone have ever known the truth? And this isn't some one-off issue. This problem goes right to the very top. The Supreme Court of India itself has pointed out that a lot of the existing CCTV cameras in police stations are either broken or just not being monitored. That leaves a massive gap in accountability. And this is the result. This is what happens. When there's no proof, this feeling of helplessness just grows. A citizen starts to think, who's going to listen to me? Who's going to believe me? This right here is the origin story of the trust deficit, that deep and growing gap between the police and the people they're supposed to serve. Okay, so we've laid out the core problem, a serious lack of evidence. So now, let's talk about a solution that's direct, it's technological, and it's already being tested out there.
The solution? It's the body camera. It's a really simple concept, actually. A small, wearable device, you attach it to an officer's uniform, and it records both audio and video of their interactions while they're on duty.
The whole process is simple, but it's incredibly powerful. So, step 1, the camera is worn right on the uniform. Step 2, it's recording interactions as they happen in real time. And step 3, and this is the most important part, it creates an objective, unedited video record. It gives you a factual account of the entire encounter. Now, here's the real beauty of this solution. It's not a one-sided tool. This isn't just about watching the police. It's about protecting everyone involved in the situation. So here's the crucial point. For citizens, it provides clear, undeniable evidence if there's abuse or misconduct. But, and this is just as important, for honest police officers, it acts as a powerful shield against false or malicious allegations that can literally ruin careers and lives. It's a tool for truth, no matter which side you're on. And the benefits go all the way to the courtroom. For judges and lawyers, this isn't just another piece of evidence, it's strong, objective proof. Think about it. Video can cut through hours of conflicting stories, which means fewer delays, and it leads to what everybody wants, faster justice. And you know, there's a huge psychological effect here too. Just knowing that every single thing you do is being recorded, well, that's a massive deterrent. Behaviors like asking for a bribe or using unnecessary force are just way less likely to happen when there's an impartial witness always rolling. So, okay. It sounds like a compelling idea, right? But can it actually work here, in India? Let's take a look at what it would actually take to make this a reality.
Well, the good news is this isn't some far-off, futuristic concept. It's already happening right here. Departments like the Howrah Traffic Police are using body cameras right now, specifically to increase transparency and accountability in their daily work. Of course, rolling this out across the whole country isn't going to be simple. There are real challenges we have to address. On privacy, we need crystal clear rules about when the cameras are on and who gets to see the footage. And then there's data storage and cost. We need to invest in secure, affordable systems. Look, these are significant hurdles, for sure, but they're logistical problems we can solve. They're not reasons to just dismiss the whole idea.
So,
When we strip everything else away, what is this conversation really about? Because it's not just about a cool piece of technology. It's about a much more fundamental value.
Let's be absolutely clear about something. Putting body cameras on officers is not an anti-police measure. It is a pro-truth measure. It's about creating a system where the facts, the actual facts, can finally speak for themselves. And ultimately, that means this is a pro-justice measure. It's designed to build a fairer, more transparent system that protects everybody, both citizens and the officers who serve them honorably every day.
Which brings us to the final question, and this is the one we want to leave with you. When you consider everything, the potential to build trust, to protect the innocent on both sides, and to guarantee accountability, should body cameras be mandatory for every police officer in India? The debate is open, and it's one that really affects us all.